I said to the players today, I mean, it was the toughest call for us. The great thing at the moment is that it's no consolation for the players, but there's a lot of strength and depth in the squad, and it makes the selection of the squad difficult. And I expect the players to be disappointed. Ryan came up to me afterwards. He's obviously played six and then played second row. Probably the fact that the two sevens have carried a few injuries in the last couple of weeks, and his versatility, being able to sit on the bench, was a factor that we ended up picking Alan Wynne to start rather than Ryan. It was, like I said, it was a difficult decision, but it did stress to the players that even though we expect you to be disappointed, it's how you respond to that disappointment and front up and then be supportive of the team. Probably the difficult thing that Ken's had in the times that he's been in the squad, if he's been the third choice, is the lack of repetition that he's had in terms of the role. So we gave him plenty of opportunity last week in terms of scrummaging and line-out throwing, and he's still a young player, but very, very talented. He has his own strengths and ball carrying, and I think he'll equip himself well.
We have sort of similar routine every week going into the test match, and it's the same. We have similar training sessions on Monday and Tuesday, so the cycle's pretty similar, so everyone knows where they're at. So it's exciting that we're going down to Twickenham. Obviously, because it's an England game, but in ways of preparation and players' attitudes is pretty much exactly the same.
England have it's been hard for they've come into obviously the pressure after the World Cup. They've come into to sort of lay down a marker in terms of the way they've prepared. I think the whole focus has been on winning the first two games. It hasn't been about playing a lot of rugby. I think the two teams are in different cycles of preparation, in terms of the development as a team, and they've had two really good wins away from home, so they'll be very happy where they're at, and so I think they'd have to be pleased as a management team for grinding out those wins and the character they've shown under a bit of pressure in both those games.
Back row battles are a big part of the modern game now, and if you can win there, it's a big step forward in trying to win the game. So, me, Dan and Toby will definitely want to we definitely want to get the better of their back row, that's for sure. We do every game, so hopefully we can hit the ground running and continue where we left off in the World Cup.
The good thing at the moment, we had two full forward packs training today. Spoke to the other coaches. It's great the depth that we're developing in the side. The players are young and keen. They're enthusiastic, and we've won our first two games, and we've got an opportunity to do well in this tournament. So I think it's the expectations you put on yourself, and the last 6 months in particular, the time that we'd had together preparing for the World Cup and then coming back. I think we've put those expectations on ourselves to do well in this tournament.
It's just a normal Wales-England test match. From my point of view, it's going to be a battle for the forwards up front. Physically, we know they like a driving line out. We want to work them harder on the pitch. So, it's my first game as captain in Six Nations. My first time in Twickenham Six Nations. It was always a first, really, for something. So, but like I played England probably 3 times now in the past. I think it's about 3 times. So, I really look forward to it. Always enjoy those games. Often make the most after them because they are, physical bruising encounters. But, itching to get back on the pitch on Saturday now.